Okay, I'd like to use this. I'm in a museum here with a lot of Egyptian artifacts, and I would like to bring the verse Isaiah 19:19 to your attention here. So, in that day there shall be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of the Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. So everybody's always saying, well, the pyramids are not mentioned in the Bible. Well, yes, they are. So let's look at a map of ancient Egypt. So the Giza Plateau is where the pyramids are at. Okay. That was the dividing point between Upper and Lower Egypt. Now, keep that in mind. What could be at the border and yet in the midst thereof? Well, if the kingdom was divided, it would be a northern, an upper, and a lower kingdom. And if you look at the crowns, one was a conical shaped one, and the other one had a serpent coming out of a semi hook. And if he was a combined pharaoh, he had both of them put together. So if you remember, in the Ten Commandments, Ramesses was wearing just a conical helmet. Now, I don't think that was a terribly an accurate portrayal, but there's an example of it. So the word pyramid means fire. The casing stones of the pyramids were removed and used to build all the mosques in Cairo by the Muslims. The sand covered the lower two levels of the casing stones, and that's where we get all the measurements for all the strange measurements that are found in the pyramid. But it was built. It wasn't built as a tomb for Khufu. The only true markings in it, it's commonly thought that the markings that say Khufu, this was built by Khufu, was put there by guys trying to prove their own theories. The only alignment they had in there, there was two markings that point to the Draconis star through one of the air shafts, and that was it. So anyway, check out Isaiah 19:19. For the Lord built an altar in Egypt at the midst and at the border thereof. Well, that's at the midst and at the border thereof would be the Giza Plateau, and the alignment of the three pyramids, the Great Pyramid. They always say, well, it aligns with the belt of Orion. Well, that's true, but it also is the three crosses that were there at Calvary, and Yeshua being on the center one. If you want to read something really interesting, read The Witness of the Stars by Bullinger. Bullinger was probably the greatest scholar, a Bible scholar of the last 150 years. If you ever get a chance to buy a companion Bible, buy it. He has 198 appendices in the back. Anyway, check it out, Witness of the Stars by Bullinger. And that's all. I'm out.